Hey, what's wrong with you, man? You ain't subscribed yet? IUIC Atlanta Burning 2.0. What you waiting on? Get it done. Do it now.
Hey, get them clicks, get them likes, and subscribe. Do it now.
As a people, I want to ask you a question. Come closer, bro. As a people, do we own the land and do we own the water in Jamaica? No, we don't. We are the bottom of society. We got to pay for the water. That's why we got what? Water bill. And we have to pay for the land. What? Because we got to pay a mortgage. We got to pay rent. Jeez. So guess what? That means that what, my brother? That we not independent. We still slaves in this system. But I want to show you what God calls you. God calls you Benjamin. Right. You know what Benjamin means, bro? Benjamin means you are a son of the right hand of God. That's right. You see that, my brother? So, knowing that you're from the tribe of Benjamin, God says that you have a responsibility. What's your name, my brother? Kay. Kada? K, like K? Okay, K. So, K, do you know why we're out here today? Okay, I'm going to show you. Read what you got. Do you believe in the Bible, Kay? You believe in the Bible? Somewhat? In a weird way? Okay, I'll work with that. Because I can understand it because a lot of us, we've been taught that the Bible is a white man's book. Right? You've heard that before, right, my brother? That the Bible is a white man's book. But when you actually read the Holy Records, it's our history book. That's right. All the prophets were black. The disciples, the angels, even God himself is a black man. That's what the Bible says. Read.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
What did God say?
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
You hear that, Kay? God says we're supposed to seek out of the Bible and read it. Why is that important? Give me John chapter 5 and verse 39. I'm going to show you why. My brother, how you doing today, bro? My brother, you all right? I see you drinking, my brother. Why are you out here drinking like that? It's too early to be drinking. Hold on, just a second for me, Kay. I want to deal with my brother real quick. Give me Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 11. Hold on, Kay, because I got to correct my brother. Because that's how we as a people are going to move from the bottom and we're going to get back to the top. We have to correct one another because this is love. You see that, my brother Kay? Read what you got.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 11. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink.
You hear that, my brother? God says destruction unto you when you get up early and the first thing you want to do is have a drink. We're not supposed to be like that, my brother. We're supposed to be sober-minded. Do you understand that, Kay? My brother, I see you drinking as well. But I have a question. Why we out here getting up early, getting drunk? Why we got to go and drink? My brother, talk to me. Why? Okay. But we're not, but we as the majority of our people, we get drunk, right? But I want to ask you a question, my brother right here with the dreads. My brother, why is it that we as a people do these things? Because you're not the only one, bro. Release some stress. Okay, I like that. You honest, bro. Release some stress. But as a son of the right hand of God, are you supposed to be stressed? Give me Sirach chapter 30 and verse 21. Are we as a people supposed to be stressed, right? Why? Because the majority of our people, we getting shot down in the streets, okay? We working minimum wage jobs. We the last hired, the first fired. You see what I'm saying? We can't get a break. Why? Because did you know that we as a people are cursed? Have you ever heard that before?
I think we properly trained, to tell you the truth.
You say what now, my brother?
We properly trained.
We properly trained. Like, we as a people, we've been taught by our oppressors. I understand that, right? But God says we are, as a people, right, are supposed to learn how we got to get back to the top. Right. You see what I'm saying? Now, how do we do that? I want to ask you a question. How do we do that?
Do like when make music come together.
Okay, but what about us? I like that. I like that. Give me Hosea chapter 1 and verse 11. That's right. We as a people, we have to unite. We have to come together and do what? Keep God's commandments. That's how we as a people are going to get out of what? Systematic oppression, right? The drugs in our communities, the gun violence, right? Being at the bottom. This is how we as a people are going to resolve the issues within our communities. Read what you got.
Hosea chapter 1 and verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
So my brother Cade said that we as a people have to come together. We have to unite. But guess what? We're reading that out of the Bible. But we've never been taught that before. You see that? That's why we are here. Read it again for Cade.
Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
So give me Zephaniah now. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. So yes, my brother, we as a people, I got you, bro. No, you're good, bro. You're good. But I'm just correcting you. It's love. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, we as a people, you're right. We have to gather together. We have to unify, Kay. Work with me, Kay. We have to unify under what? Under keeping God's laws. The children of Judah and the children of Israel. That includes the Mexicans, the Hispanics, or the Latinos. Yes, we have to come together. We have to work together. Meaning what? We got to stop the lies, bro. We got to stop the stealing, bro. We got to stop the drugs, bro. We got to stop whoring out one another. That's how we're going to actually come together. Because, Kay, if you got a business, right? Now, if you say you want to create a business with the people of your own race, but the people of your own race are murderers, are thieves, but that's what I'm saying. You can't do business with covetous people. So when we have to unite, we have to unite under the banner of keeping God's laws. That's why the Bible is so important. You get what I'm saying, bro? That's why when I ask you if you believe in the Bible, it's because the Bible is the solution to the issues in our communities. Read.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
K. Hold up, K. You hear that, bro? Read it again for K.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So God says we as a people, yes, we have to come together because we're not desired. Nobody else likes us. That's why when we as a people, my brother, when we as a people get some money, right? What the first thing we do? We go into the white communities. We go live along Becky and Mei Ling and all them folks. But guess what? As soon as we go into those prestigious neighborhoods, what do? They look at us funny and do what? They move the hell on out. Why? Because we as a people are not desired. So God is saying that because we're not desired, we have to come together and take over. You see what I'm saying, my brother? My brother. So now, Kay, what's your nationality according to the Bible? You are an Israelite.
That's right.
I just want to prove it to you real quick. My brother, calm down, bro. You're disturbing Kay. Brother's trying to learn. Now, give me Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Now, Kay, I want you to listen to this really closely. Because what I'm showing you the keys to gain eternal salvation. It first starts with your identity, your nationality, who you are. Have you ever heard about Marcus Garvey? He was considered a Jamaican as well. Marcus Garvey said that a man without knowledge of his history is like a tree without roots. And that's who we are, Kay. We are a people that is a tree without roots. Meaning what? We're always tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. That's why the white man come in our communities and he give us what? White Jesus. He give us Christianity, that God is white, the angels are white, that everybody in this Bible is white. But this is white supremacy. You won't find these images in the Bible. My brother, again, my brother, you disturbing the brother. Just calm down, just chill out. So now, give me, where I have you? Daniel 9:11. Okay, so now, okay. Okay, you got a question? Go ahead.
Why do you think the Russians proved that this is actually true?
Say that again?
Why did Putin just prove that that's actually true?
Okay, you're right, because he did open up his vaults, right? Now give me Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. I'm going to answer you because it's actually a plot on the grand scheme of things, right? Because, you know, they're at war with America, right? The West and the East. So now, Putin opened up his vaults to show what we've already been teaching our people for decades, the true images in the Bible, right? That Ezekiel was a black man, Daniel, Isaiah. So I see you have that information, right? But we've been already teaching this for a long time. So now to address the point about Putin opening up his vaults that have been locked up for centuries, why all of a sudden he decided to show black people who they really are? I'm going to get it for you out of the Bible. Read what you got.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord.
Wait a minute, what did God say?
Man's goings are of the Lord.
Now what? Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. God says man's goings are of the Lord. Meaning that when he decided to show black people that they're really the people of the book, guess what? That's of the Lord.
Right.
The Lord put the Spirit on him to show our people the true images so that they can what? They can wake up. Because guess what, Kay? We living in the last days, bro.
That's right.
This is your time. God is trying to show you what we've been teaching. Because guess what? A lot of times when black people speak, nobody cares. But when the white man opened up his mouth, guess what? Everybody now is going to be like, yeah. Listen to what the white man say. Listen to what Master say. So that's why God put the Spirit on him to show black people that they're really the biblical Israelites.
That's right.
We are the Jews. We are the greatest people on this planet Earth. Is that what I want? Read what you got.
Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and demand by the word of the holy ones to the intent that the living may know.
To the intent that Kay may know, read.
That the Most High.
Now who?
The Most High.
No, Putin.
The Most High.
Donald Trump.
The Most High.
We're talking about the Most High God of Israel, who is a black man according to the Bible. Read.
Ruleth in the kingdoms of men.
Wait a minute. Do you understand that, my brother? God says it don't matter who rules, whether it be Putin, whether it be DJ Trump, whether it be Joe Jiffy Biden. God says he's the one that's actually controlling them. Read it again for Kay.
This matter is by decree of the watcher.
God says this matter, what you said, what you saw Putin did, that was a decree or an order by the Most High God. Read.
And the demand by the word of the holy ones to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomever he will.
God says he's the one that controls Putin. He's the one who makes the determination that I'm going to put Donald Trump in office so he can press the button. So he can start Third World War.
That's right.
That's why Putin did what he did. Because God did it.
Right.
God is the one who gave him that order to release all those images to our people.
That's right.
Give me Amos chapter 1 and verse 7. Now we're going to take it a step further because it doesn't stop there. We think, oh yes, knowing that the biblical images in the Bible were black people, we think, oh yes, that's okay. It's all good in Jesus. Nah, it don't end here. We have to do something about that information that we receive. Do you understand that, my brother? Read.
Amos chapter 1 and verse 7. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza.
God has said he's going to send a fire on the wall of Gaza. You see the war that's taking place in the so-called Middle East today, right, my brother? We're reading Bible prophecy.
That's right.
This is why we as a people have to seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Right.
Because what we're reading, no other book can give us that information. Not the Gilgamesh epics, not the Egyptian hieroglyphs. None of those books can give us the truth about who we are and how we're supposed to attain eternal salvation. Rulership, governance, dominance on this earth. Read.
Which shall devour the palaces thereof, and I will cut off the inhabitant from Ashdod.
From where?
Cut off the inhabitant from Ashdod.
Ashdod is modern day Tel Aviv. That's in Israel. God says the reason why he's going to do this is because those people, they destroyed us. They took our identity. They stole our nationality. They put us in chains. In the sub-Saharan slave trade, in the transatlantic slave trade, God says everything that is taking place over there is because they put their filthy hands upon his people. That's us, my brother. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the Israelites. We are God's chosen people. And guess what? He's going to destroy all nations who had a hand in our enslavement. We're reading the Holy Bible. Read.
And him that holdeth the scepter from Ashkelon, and I will turn mine hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines.
The remnant of the Palestinians. You see them babies getting beheaded. You saw them getting burned. You saw the building come crashing down on their skulls. Guess who's doing it? God is doing it.
Bring it out.
Read.
And the remnant of the Philistines shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
God says all those Palestinians are gonna die.
That's right.
Read.
Saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity of Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant.
So the reason why I went here, Kay, is to show you that on the larger scale of things, God is stirring up Third World War.
That's right.
That's why everything, God is playing chess. So he's making these moves. Putin releasing those information to us, the Lord put the Spirit on him to show our people that information because he's trying to stir up a nuclear war. It makes sense? So now, I want to go back to your heritage and culture. Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Because this is important. Yes, Putin can give us all that information, but if we don't do something about it, guess what? It ain't going to help us. It's going to carry us nowhere. God says we as a people have to become men of action. Read.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel.
All who?
All Israel.
We're reading the Bible, and this Bible is only about the Israelites, and it's only for the Israelites. And that's what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you that you are an Israelite, my brother.
That's right.
You're not Jamaican. You're not black. You're the greatest person on this planet Earth.
That's right.
You're a king. You're a prince. You're a conqueror. But guess what? We're not living like it. We here at the bottom. We here sipping, selling dope. We out here getting drunk or getting high or whatever it is that kings and royalty not supposed to do. Read.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
So God says the Israelites, we transgressed or broke God's laws. We departed from God. God says the black man's supposed to have a beard. Guess what the black man say? Nah, I'm going to shave it off. I want to look like a youngin'. I want to look like a boy. But wait a minute. God says you a man. And you're supposed to look like a man. Have a beard on your face. God says the black man ain't supposed to be eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. The black man said, no. I want to partake in those bottom feeders. I want to enjoy the delicacy. And guess what? You're going to get gout. You're going to get high blood pressure. You're going to get tension. Why? Because we departed from God. We transgressed his laws. Read.
Therefore, the curse.
Therefore, the what?
Therefore, the curse.
We're talking about the curse. Let's go back to my original point that I made to you, that we as a people were cursed. That's why we at the bottom. That's why we in the ghettos. That's why we in the slums. Anywhere you go in this world, where you find black people, where you gonna find them? In the hoods, in the traps. Why? Because we as a people are cursed. Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 68. Now I want to get one of those curses so that you are able to identify that you are not Jamaican. You are an Israelite.
Right.
Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
My brother K, I want you to listen to this really closely. God says the Lord is going to do what?
Shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now I want you to look at this sign right here. Who do you see on cargo slave ships? Black people. But what are we reading? The Holy Bible. Who did this happen to in the Bible? Deuteronomy 1:1. I want to show you real quick who this happened to, right? Because this is how you're going to be able to identify with your nationality in the Bible. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So who was Moses speaking to, K? Read it again for K.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all who?
Unto all Israel.
God was speaking to the Israelites.
That's right.
He wasn't speaking to black people. You understand that? God is speaking to the children of Israel. So now go back to verse 68. We're going to find out what happened or what was prophesied to happen to the Israelites. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
It says the Lord is going to bring us into Egypt. Now I want to ask you a question, Kay. Is that talking about physical Egypt or spiritual Egypt?
Sounds more spiritual.
Sounds more spiritual. All praises to the Most High. Hold that. Give me Jude chapter 5 and verse 11. Let's see what took place in Egypt, or what Egypt represents or mean. Right? Read.
Jude chapter 5 and verse 11. Therefore, the king of Egypt rose up against them.
That's talking about who? The Pharaoh. Right? Read.
And dealt subtility with them.
He dealt what?
Subtility with them. And brought them low with laboring.
With what?
With laboring in brick.
And what?
In brick.
Hard bondage. That's what we did in Egypt, right? Our people were serving hard bondage. We built the pyramids in Egypt. We built the Egyptian civilization. Right. We built America. We built everything. Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 20. Read.
And made them slaves.
And did what?
And made them slaves.
So God says we were slaves in Egypt. So go back to Deuteronomy 20 and verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
God says he was going to bring us into Egypt, which means or represents bondage or slavery, like we just read in Judith, right? God says he was going to bring us into slavery again with ships. Ships. Did that happen to anybody else on this face of this planet Earth? No. The Chinese, they ain't going to slavery on slave ships. The East Indians, they didn't go into slavery on slave ships. The white man, they didn't go in slavery on slave ships. So we're talking about who? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We went into slavery on cargo slave ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there,
when we got off the slave ships, right? In Central America, in South America, in North America, in Trinidad, in Barbados, in Jamaica. Read.
And there ye shall be sold
It says, and there we shall be sold. Read.
unto your enemy.
Unto our who?
Unto your enemy.
Who sold us on cargo slave ships? Who sold us on auction slave blocks? Nigga sold to Master Charleston in West Virginia. Nigga sold to Master Carlton in South Carolina. That's why we have last names like John's son, David's son, James' son. These were the names of our former slave master who sold us on auction slave blocks. Right? Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For bondmen and bondwomen, slave man and slave woman. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
Read. It says no man shall buy us. Meaning what? That nobody was able to redeem us or bring us out of slavery. Even to this day, we as a people, we're still enslaved. Right? And nobody can get us out. Whether it be Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, Kwame Ture, Patrice Lumumba. Nobody was able to deliver us out of this decayed estate. So now, what is the solution? If we as a people, Ezekiel 39 and verse 23, given that we as a people, right, endured slavery for over 400 years, the question is how we as a people now come out of it. How do we get back to the top? What you got? Talk to me.
Come together.
Come together, that's one way, right?
Seems like the simplest one to me.
Seems like the simplest one. Okay, I'm going to make it even more simple for you. Give me Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 23.
Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them.
So now give me Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 14. So now, just to reiterate the point, we as a people, we went through slavery because we disobeyed God. We sinned. So in that coming together as a people, in that unification process, what should we do as a people?
You say go to God.
Go to God, that's good. But how do we do that? How do we perform that? Is it going to Sunday school and clapping tambourines and singing hymns? Nah. God gives us the specific formula or pathway that we as a people should take in order to get back to him, right? Because a lot of us, we say, oh yeah, I love God. God's in my heart. He knows me. But we don't do what God say do. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 14. O Jerusalem.
Oh who?
O Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is another word for Israel. Because that's where Jerusalem is. It's in Israel. So God is speaking to the people of Israel, which are who? That's us, right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read.
O Jerusalem, wash thine heart.
Do what?
Wash thine heart.
How you doing today, my brother? We're showing our people repentance and how we as a people should come back to God, right? Read it again from the top.
O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness.
From what?
From wickedness.
God says we have to wash ourselves from wickedness. How do we wash ourselves from wickedness? Psalms chapter 119 and verse 9. How do we wash ourselves from wickedness? Is it going to the Pentecostal church or the Baptist church and being dipped in a pool of dirty water, and then we come back up, we the same person the next day? You go down as a homosexual, you come back as a homosexual.
Bring it up.
You go down as a whoremonger, you come back as a whoremonger. Let's see what it really means to wash ourselves. Read.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 9.
Bring it up.
Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way.
What's your name, my brother? Charlie? Charlie K. We're going to find out how we're supposed to wash or clean ourselves. Read.
By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
What did God say?
By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
God says we have to take heed or follow or keep his word.
it's men leading by example.